Okay. It didn't do the intro.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. It's not Monday night anyway, so. Hello, everyone. Can you hear us? Hi, Marianne. Paige, Jen, TC.
Hello, hello.
So we got 14 watching. Tell us who can hear us. And my chat goes off. Oh my God.
Hello, TC, Paige, Marianne, Brenda.
Right? Can anyone see us or hear us? Or it's okay, writers. We'll just sit and we'll talk to ourselves.
Oh,
Do you hear us, Marianne?
okay, great.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Brenda. Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Brenda.
Hi. Hi, Hiders. Hi, Mystic. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I was troll fighting in Nikki's chat. I got distracted.
Oh, no.
Why do they got to pick on her, you know?
Yeah, the trolls came in there, I guess. But yeah, her and Melly for some reason. We love Melly and Nikki.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Come in here. I'll do
Well, I
the
know.
same thing to them.
I saw a few minutes ago someone was giving Melly a hard time.
Yeah, right? And like 3 different names in a row came up. So I'm sure it's like some kind of cool person, you know, doing cool things like that cool guy, white boy. Not cool.
Not at all.
Not even
at
a
all.
little bit.
Okay, so I just got the alert that we went live. It's a
Okay.
little delayed, so. Oh, no, I didn't. I just got the alert that Nick went live with the hearings on his end. So, okay, hey, everybody coming in. We're taking over Nick's channel again tonight upon request. So we got some new stuff to talk about. What should we talk about first? There's a lot of stuff going on. Want to jump on that Nancy Guthrie?
I mean, I have a little bit of a...
What do you have?
Oh, well, I did a little sleuthing on the pursuit policy that we were talking about yesterday. So first we can talk about the footage and the cameras. I know that's what everyone wanted to talk about, but I have a few documents pulled up ready to go about the pursuit and some other Pima County Sheriff rules and regulations.
Wonderful. Okay, great.
Sounds good. Let's dive in. I just got done with everything, guys. I got done just in time.
Right?
I did too.
Change my dad's bandages and do his medicine, and run to my mom's room and do her stuff. And like when I'm talking within 5 minutes, cutting it close. Yay, another show. Flooding rains. Oh my God.
And we need to, right?
I love rain, but I just don't like it when it causes problems and becomes dangerous. All right.
Yeah, it came down fast and hard earlier here too.
I don't think we got any here today.
We got a little bit. We had a bunch of thunder, and the TV came with an alert. The phone came with an alert. They said the twisters were coming and to go in the basement. And I mean, you guys can't picture how scary the basement of my apartment building is, but basically we're like, I'd rather die upstairs than go down into that creepy basement. But I was going to go outside and film some weather for us, but then yeah, it's like, oh, never mind, it went around you. And I was like, come on.
Right. Oh, so Bertha's going your way, huh? Ooh. You got to do some video, Tim. I want to see it. Yeah, I was telling, I'm in Florida, so it's hurricane season, and I was telling Brenda, I was like, I can go live from my phone now. I'm excited, I can do hurricanes and watch. We won't get anything now.
I don't think
right?
that. Yeah,
everybody, we have to put our helmets on our Amazon wish lists, though, so we can go storm chasing, you guys.
Right when I was taking a drink of my soda. Wow.
My bad.
That could have been embarrassing.
Okay, so is this the pursuit information?
Okay, yes. Let's see. Can I make it bigger? This is a Facebook post. I have 3 different things. So this came up as a Facebook post and from the Pima County Deputies Organization. And if we'll look at the date, I don't want anyone to fall over in your darn chairs, but that's this year, February 1st, the day Nancy went missing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Right? You guys wanted to know a date? I fell over when I found this date.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. You rock.
Like, what is this? So it says, fellow residents of Pima County, as the organization representing the dedicated deputies who serve our community every day, we must publicly express serious concerns regarding Sheriff Chris Nano's recent implementation of a highly restrictive vehicle pursuit policy. So I guess this is like the Aaron Crosses of the Deputies Association or organization, right? Writing about this. But on that day, this policy permits deputies to initiate or continue pursuits only when there is reasonable suspicion to believe that the suspect has committed a violent felony and poses an immediate risk to public safety. So like that doesn't mean any store robberies, no drug deals, no like anything like that common crime, right? It has to be a bank robbery with pew-pews or something to be a violent felony. The other exception is if the suspect would present an immediate danger to human life, but only if a supervisor is working, which isn't on the weekends, right? I don't know. Confusingly, only deputies who have completed required department training on vehicle pursuits may pursue. Currently, no one has completed this training. To our knowledge, unless clarified, we may be in a position where no one in the Pima County Sheriff's Department can chase a suspect for any reason until this specialized training is created. We support efforts to minimize unnecessary risks during pursuits and to protect innocent lives. However, this narrow restriction effectively prohibits deputies from pursuing suspects in many serious felony cases that directly threaten public safety, such as armed robberies without injuring anyone, felony hit and runs causing injury or death, burglary involving weapons, felony drug trafficking, felony warrants for dangerous crimes or aggravated vehicle thefts where suspects flee at high speeds endangering others. So they can't chase for any of those reasons. The result is a foreseeable increase in risk to our community. Suspects who know they can evade capture by fleeing will do so more readily. This policy places the burden of danger squarely on innocent motorists, pedestrians, children, and families who use our roadways while limiting deputies' ability to intervene before a situation escalates into tragedy. Our deputies take an oath to serve and safeguard lives and property. They are trained professionals who exercise sound judgment under pressure, guided by established pursuit protocols that already incorporate risk assessment, supervisory oversight, and termination criteria when dangers outweigh benefits. Further restricting pursuits to only the most extreme violent felony with additional immediate risk threshold undermines that mission, hampers proactive enforcement, and erodes the deterrence that effective policing provides. Sorry, everyone. It's a tongue twister. We have seen similar policies in other agencies lead to higher rates of certain crimes as offenders exploit the limitations. Our members on the front lines witness daily how criminals adapt quickly to perceived weaknesses in enforcement. Deputies risk their lives daily. They should not be asked to stand by while preventable dangers to the public unfold. Our deputies want, and the community deserves, the tools necessary to keep Pima County safe. And it just says this policy change will have the opposite effect.
Wow.
And then, yeah, these are, I think that's just a clip of the other documents that I have, but right? Like,
Another coincidence that just happened to come into law on the 1st.
right? What are we supposed to think about this?
Well, I mean, I think when I mentioned that I would be interested in knowing the date that this was effective, I think I can't speak for y'all, but for me, I was thinking that if it was recent, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be this recent.
Right? Like, when you
But
said that,
now,
it got my mind thinking, but yeah, never did I think
yes,
the first.
yes. And I is this just another wall that he's putting up to make it almost impossible to catch the perp? I
It
mean,
kind of feels like so.
it really does. I mean, he is going all out to stop this investigation, to stop any information from getting out. I mean,
Which leads us to our next topic on this footage. The man's working
yes,
harder to get rid of resources that's going to help this case and many others than he is doing anything for the community and the safety.
100%.
Yeah, I see much more effort into like not solving crime, but they might as well be putting up a neon sign like this Facebook post says, like criminals catch on quickly.
Timothy, hopefully nobody is protecting Nanos. Hopefully the FBI is looking at him really freaking hard, because I would love to see the day that he gets busted for all this.
I think if people they're starting to take a step back.
Yeah,
why?
at least reconsidering voting for him again, if nothing else, please.
Well, I mean,
If you're
nobody
in
wants
Pima
to go down
County,
with him.
please
No,
reconsider. Yeah.
yes, that for sure. But nobody wants to go down, well, I guess there will be some diehards that might, but I highly doubt it. To me, he's starting to truly look cornered as he is being cornered. So the look of him when he's going, when we're seeing recent news interviews or anything recent at all, it's almost as if you can see it through his eyes.
Yeah, it's insane. It really.
I know when I found it, like I just said to Paige, I pretty much fell off my bed when I was like, February 1st. I jumped up, got all tangled in my blankets. It was a scene, but
I can't believe you didn't blow up my friggin' Discord on that one.
Well, I did send it to you, but I didn't tell you what date it was. I kind of wanted a little jaw drop, live.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the 1st of February.
Right?
What? I mean, is he
Yeah, right?
a
Like, did he have that?
or wait, he's got psychopathy, I believe. But it's almost as if he's having fun. You know what I mean?
He's not trying to hide that he's suspicious. Like, he's not trying to hide it.
No, like it's like what for them to post on the 1st that the deputies organization does not agree with this. Like, what did that be posted? Did he change it on the Friday right before Nancy went missing, or bright and early that morning? Well, you have a missing person. Did you make it your first priority to say, oh guys, let's stop chasing?
Wow.
And
You know,
remember, if we follow what we were talking about yesterday, that, we don't even believe that she made it home that night.
right?
Something could have happened to her on Friday. So, if he was planning on Friday, you know what I mean? Things may have been going down before the public knew about it, of course. And
Yeah,
so,
right. This is when, yeah, I believe like other things have come out, right? Like this was the same, I think, Facebook page that posted things that were kind of like warning the boys, like warning all the streamers before the arrests happened, and kind of like right around that same time there was posts. I remember JLR reading them. So like, like if they're on top of things, so it's not like they would, wait 2 weeks to post this. And then I think what really got me was the until programs are created. It's not even like the deputies just haven't taken a course, or a person to teach that course hasn't been to PIMA yet. They don't even have the course for them to take to be able to pursue
right.
if a
Like Timothy
supervisor is
saying,
on
her blood
duty.
was on the porch, but how long was the blood on the porch?
And from my understanding, there is no way to tell that. Only from what I heard, like from Ed Wallace, and I know there were other people before that didn't agree with Duty Ron or whatnot, but I fully trust that he said it was all, they have to go by eyewitness accounts. So then they'd say, like, to the family, was this blood on the porch before that? And so again, they're controlling the narrative. I hope that they've checked with her, like Amazon delivery or UPS, because those people should be taking pictures of her packages on the porch back, say, the week before she went missing, and maybe we could tell leading up to.
So Timothy, hear me out on this. Like, her watch was home, her phone was home. What if when Annie and Tommaso went there the morning of the 1st, they put that stuff there to make it look like a kidnapping? Allegedly. I mean, is it possible?
Absolutely possible. It's possible that at the 9:48 when the garage door opened, it happened, but that's also possible. Other chatters have said from an app on your phone is really the only way that the garage door would open and close, and that we'd have a record of it. If they used the little like clicker, there would be no record that it opened or closed. If they used the keypad on the wall, there would be
But
no
is there
record
a
that it
record?
opened and closed. Well, they said 9:48 it opened, 9:50 it closed. So we assume that's
But he
from the
could
app
have
on
done that
Nancy's phone.
remotely, right? That can be done
Yeah,
remotely. That could be done internationally. That could be
anywhere,
done, yeah,
anywhere. Yeah, anywhere her phone is, really.
right. And, I agree that, I mean, my personal opinion is that, well, let me say this. I think we're all going to be shocked when more information does come out, and we find out when she was truly missing or truly harmed. And I don't know how we're going to get that information, but I am trusting and believing that we will. I I think we're going to be shocked with that, because I don't know. I have a weird feeling. I don't think she left Annie and Tommaso's. Can you ladies remind me, did we get um, official confirmation that an Uber took her there? Or is that
I
hearsay?
believe
Official confirmation. All we have is the word of the sheriff's office that they did
Yeah.
interview an Uber driver.
Yeah, that's to my knowledge. We
That's
only have Nanos confirming that.
we just taking his word. I'm not, but some are.
Right. Well, in the beginning, I had feelings in the beginning myself, but I mean, at first, that's what we had to go off of, what he was telling us. So, but now that we know what we know, I don't know that we can believe anything that he said.
Yeah, but like the whole timeline, for instance. I've had a problem with that timeline since the beginning. It just doesn't. I don't know. The timeline just doesn't. I don't believe it at all. I don't think you can go by anything on that timeline. I think the timeline's just fake. I don't know if he's covering for them or if he's covering his own ass or what, but that timeline just doesn't make sense to me.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah.
I mean, I know cabs here, and I don't know if it's the same for Ubers, but all the cabs at one point have cameras, put cameras in them because they were getting robbed and whatnot. And I know that's not really a thing with Ubers because it's all pre-booked, prepaid off your phone before you ever get in the ride. So I can't imagine that people are robbing them or running from them the same way, like as they do with taxis, you know. But I would assume they have cameras in an Uber, you know, just because it's this day and age. But
Yes.
that's just my assumptions.
Yeah, Brenda, it's up to them, up to each driver to get one of those cameras. And when you get a ride, it will say your driver will have the camera on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So it lets you know that there is a camera in the car. So not all of them have them, but I mean, there's a lot of dangerous things happening with Ubers lately.
Right. And the fake Ubers, that was a thing here for a while too, right? And people going missing, they just go out and hop in a car and be like, "Are you my Uber?" And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, get on in," right? And you just hop in, especially like intoxicated people in a rush.
But
So
yeah, I mean, to me, that's all we have is just the word that, yeah, she got an Uber. Yeah, we have video.
right.
Where
Yeah,
is
we
it?
have video, but exactly, where is the video? Where's the transparency? So at this point, for me, I can't even believe or say that she was in an Uber. And when was truly the last time that someone saw her, put eyes on her? Besides Annie and Tommaso, because I don't believe them either, or A&T, I'm sorry. I don't believe them either. You know,
Oh,
they never
Marianne,
came out
yes.
and spoke.
Brenda,
That
did you
screaming
send
lady
Nikki
in the
the
car
link?
too. Sorry,
I
Mystic. What?
forgot this. I forgot to send Nikki the link.
Oh,
Is she
well,
still,
she's
is she
busy in
still
her
live?
chat right now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, that the screaming lady in the car and that being heard two places. From what I heard on, I think it was Daphne, that one of them was North Oracle and something. And then the second one is on like Juanita Adame's maps, down by Gulf Links Road. And like those two kind of line up in the direction of if you were driving from Nancy's away from Nancy's, you know, like the first at like River Road or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like it's so suspicious. Why would like if it was a woo girl, say, you know, like somebody just woo out of a car, you wouldn't open the door to woo. You'd open the window and like have your head out and like you're in a limo or fancy or something, you know, having a great time. But that's not what was being described as a lady hanging out a door trying to get out, screaming for help.
Right.
But good old Nano said that's not involved. That's not related to Nancy's case. Move
He
on.
didn't
That's
even
not
have time
related.
to investigate it. How in the hell does he know?
Right? You know, like that was that night. And here we are then the next day and someone's missing and that's not related. That seems a little funny to say, but especially when we know that they
Maybe
couldn't
it
have
was
pursued
related.
them.
Right. Maybe it wasn't related, you know what I mean? But just to shoot it down that fast, just there's something wrong with that dude.
Same about the van that burnt on February 4th and that poor man.
Yeah.
I feel like that story is all too weird to just be also wrote off. Like if you're thinking of unaliving yourself, they say you plan to give away your possessions, right? And you start giving your things away. It's kind of a sign people should watch out for. Well, this man called his friend and said, "I'm bringing you all my tools," but then didn't show up. And then it was his friend that, spoke out a little bit about it, that said he never came. And then they find him pew-pewed and the van lit on fire. Like, which one did you do first? How does someone aliving themselves then set the van on fire?
Right. Yeah, there's too
But
many,
also, right?
too
Not
many
related
crazy
though, everyone.
things. I'm sorry?
I just said, and not related though, everyone.
Oh, right. There's just too many crazy things happening right around the case. We're all watching, we're all waiting, we're listening to scanners, we're listening to this stuff go down, but none of it's related.
I don't know. I hope this case blows wide open. So that's interesting. February 1st. Wow. Brenda, I'm so glad you looked into that. That's insane. I was not
You guys
expecting
asked
to
for
do
a
that.
date, but yeah, no, I was not expecting that date at
Yes,
all.
thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, February 1st. Oh my God. I bet you almost died.
Absolutely. Like I said, I literally pretty much wiped out off my bed, just being like, what?
Unbelievable. So that takes us to something else that's very interesting, and that's I know I read the Fox News article. Hiders, you want to talk about that?
Sure. I'm still here, right?
You're still here.
Okay, I thought I bounced out.
No.
Okay, so Fox, I had posted the Fox News article. I know there's several others that had the articles going around today. And this was posted on the 21st. And we have heard Kash Patel come forward before and say, throwing some fire at Sheriff Nanos. This article really goes into detail, and it talks about, basically in a nutshell, that if it hadn't been for Nanos keeping the FBI away for 4 days, they would have been much further along. They perhaps could have caught the videos that were on the camera before they were rewritten over. So that's basically what happens. There's like a rewrite that happens, and new videos get layered on top of those, and the other ones go away. So during those 4 days, now it's out in the open that Sheriff Nanos did keep the FBI away for 4 days. Keep them away. The article is saying that he kept them away. So they were trying. And of course, nothing really surprises me with Nanos at this point in time, in this juncture of the case. It just really does not. I'm just waiting for him to just everything to blow up in his face. And I think a lot of us are. In that article as well, do you have that article, Brenda? Did you see it in where I posted it in Discord?
Yeah, I did. I read it in Discord.
Okay,
I
perfect.
think I just got it up.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Let me
Thank
see
you.
if I
I'm
can.
Stick for the win.
I'm on my phone, so if I go off and grab the article, I will fall down. One of the things that stuck out to me in this article is suspected kidnapping. So we all know what that means, but I
Yeah, I
did.
didn't catch that. That's a good catch. Suspected
So right
kidnapping.
there in the article, right behind my photo here, it says exclusive in all bold and all caps. Do you see that? Okay, so the delay in allowing the FBI to assist in the investigation into Nancy Guthrie's suspected abduction may have cost crucial evidence video evidence due to the elaborate process involved in recovering Nest doorbell footage from the crime scene. Can you go down just a little bit more? Oh, this is not Fox News, is it? It's okay. It's okay. So on Fox News's article, and it's probably in here too, because it is all over.
It shows it's Fox News right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor.
Okay, can you go down just a little bit further where I want to point out the suspected kidnapping? Okay, go down. Because it was under exclusive. In a moment, I can always. The one that I had is in Discord. Is that the one you grabbed?
Yeah, that's the one I grabbed. I just went in there and clicked on it and then shared my screen.
Why am I not seeing it here? Hold on one second. Maybe I missed it. It's under exclusive.
Let me see. Let me see if I can.
So it does say suspected kidnapping. And so we all know what that means. It means that there's no finality of that. We don't have factual proof that she was kidnapped, but they are leaning heavily towards it.
It says it right after the Nancy Guthrie's name in blue right there. Right, exclusive at the end of the first line. Nancy Guthrie's suspected abduction.
Thank you. Okay, right there.
I had to read it on my phone to find it.
Yeah, thank you. So I find that really interesting. Suspected. So nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. And
we're back at last night where if we could confirm one detail without allegedly or, in my opinion, and here's another suspected abduction.
Correct. It's very frustrating. But I've only seen a couple of times where something is so confusing that nobody can figure anything out. There's no absolutes. There's no factual evidence. Everything is sort of suspected, or we're leaning towards, or, this is what it looks like. And yes, that's true. That's what this looks like. However, we should have more factual information at this point. And whenever there's so much confusion, is because someone at the helm is creating it. We all know, we talked about this yesterday, that his leadership just stinks to high heaven. So he's created the confusion. He's an illusionist, right? We go back to that narcissist that someone mentioned that when I was talking yesterday. They're illusionists, and they create illusions to throw everybody off so that people think that they are the grand person, but they're really not. They're the one creating all the havoc. They're the one walking through, every time they walk through somewhere, there's collateral damage somewhere, and this is what I see. This is what I think every single time.
Right. Yeah, this is insane. So, I mean, where's the video? Why did he get rid of it? Was something on it? If she never made it home, then what was on the video? Or maybe there was nothing on the video and it was proof she didn't come home.
And there's a theme that's starting to pop up for us here that I caught is suicides. Or I'm really not doing good at this. I'm sorry, ladies. Unalivings.
I'm not careful.
Yeah,
I
look at
can't
me last night putting all those
go.
bad words on the screen.
I am so sorry. I'm dropping the ball on that. So,
That's okay.
um, where was I? Where was I?
Unaliving.
Yes, that's becoming a theme. The interview room was talking about the unaliving um, of his chief
That was,
officer, his chief of staff. Is it chief of
yeah, that
staff?
was so sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the van, unaliving suspected, but the friend says no, and then it catches fire. It's very interesting how that theme is all of a sudden popping up. And I
Yeah.
know that I do understand that the unaliving of his chief investigator, chief. I want to be correct in how I'm saying this, but I do know that y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That this isn't new news. This didn't just happen. This was last year, but it's coming to light more and more, and more people are finding out about it now. And it's just the theme, very interesting.
It is, and I think a lot more is going to come to the surface as well. This is uncovering things that
Right.
that
Daphne's
overlooked.
Case Files did a really good episode back months ago about this and kind of like went into depth into it more, or it might have been Clutch Them Pearls. I will find that and I'll post it in Discord at some point so we can all check that out too if we want to. It talks more about the details and how Sheriff Nanos and another officer were the first responders on scene, and then they refused to let anyone else investigate or talk to that man's wife. They just like, she's had been through enough. Let's just let her rest and let her be in peace, and just kind of like that's that.
Yeah, that's not right.
No, it's not at
So,
all. And I don't know who in their right mind would allow this to go on, regarding their mother. Who in their right mind does that? Have all of these people lost their minds? We haven't lost ours.
I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. Like there is no way this is happening. It doesn't.
Right, like all of the connections. It's like a murder mystery movie.
It
It's
doesn't. It doesn't even seem real.
Yes, I know my mother gained national attention. She's missing. I know we cried. We asked for your help. But you know what? Just stand down now. We're going
Yeah,
back to normal. We're
it doesn't.
going back to normal living now.
I don't know who would do that. Well,
It's
apparently
just,
we do know, but
well, right. I mean, hey, prove us wrong. Come say something. Say something out in the open. Tell us that you're looking. Tell us something.
I love Beth's comment. It's like Stranger Things upside down.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I'm kind of glad I don't understand because that would mean I would have to be that way. So I'm kind of glad I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I just want to see, I just want to see the results of this so bad. I want justice for poor Nancy. Either
Amen.
way.
I don't want it to be 20 years down the road and we're just hearing
Yes.
something.
Yes. That would
Get
be,
rid of that. Stop looking for her. Get rid of that memorial. Stop keeping her name alive. Just go away. Like, why? It doesn't make sense. Do we want to watch this video? It's what? It's only 2 minutes long. You want to watch it and see what he
Sure.
says?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see.
Looking for a fun night out? K1 Speed
Of course,
puts you
it's gotta
behind the
be
wheel for an
commercial.
adrenaline-filled time you and your friends will.
You know, one thing I want to ask you is about in the Nancy Guthrie case. I got frustrated because I knew from my sources they were trying to keep you guys out.
They did.
They did keep you out.
And look, here's how
time matters in an investigation.
The first 48 hours of anyone's disappearance are the most critical. And here's how these cases works. It is a state matter. It's a state and local law enforcement matter. What we, the FBI, do is say, hey, we're here to help. What do you need? What can we do? And for 4 days, we were kept out of the investigation. And when we were finally let in, Sean, look what we did. We went in and got the Ring doorbell. And we said, hey, is anyone talking to Google? I called the leadership at Google and I said, look, we know that there was not a subscription service to capture all of the data that would have been captured had there been a subscription service. But can we go into the cache? Can we go into the data before it's deleted and see what we can find? That's why you have that image, because the FBI worked with Google to put that image out. Another thing we asked to do.
You guys got that tape, which was the biggest breakthrough during that case.
We could have gotten it days before. We could have also maybe gotten more data had we been let in earlier.
Why wouldn't they want your help? Why did they send the DNA to a lab in Florida, not Quantico?
That's the other thing that you hit on, right? Again, we were saying we'll process it. I launched hundreds of agents and intel staff to Phoenix and Tucson just for this case, just to be on standby.
And they didn't want
just
you
to
there.
do the canvassing. And we said, we'll take the DNA. And again, it's a state and local matter. So it's their call on where to send the DNA. We have Quantico, best lab in the world. I had a fixed wing aircraft on the ground ready to move it immediately through the night.
Did they just say no?
And they said, we're sending it to Florida. And then, I don't know,
They have
60
jurisdiction.
days. They have jurisdiction, so it's their call. So
Bad call.
well, that's for the American public to decide. And what we can do is continue to offer support. We would have analyzed it within days and maybe gotten better information or more information. Our lab's just better than any other private lab out there. And we didn't get a chance to do that. So I understand everybody's frustrations on that.
No, I'm not frustrated with you. I'm frustrated that they, if I was a sheriff and the FBI was willing to help me and time is of the essence, I'd want all the help I can get.
Wow.
Correct, because, the FBI doesn't always offer assistance to every case. So,
They call it obsessed. We call it purpose.
I got
Some say
another
we're
video.
extreme.
What the heck's going on
We say
here?
we're all in. Not wild.
is there more
This
to it?
happens to me all the
Matters.
time.
Always worth
Go away.
I'm gonna ask.
There.
Okay. Has anyone confirmed that has even made it to the lab in Florida? We've heard Nanos talking about it. Did anyone? Because sometimes I get blurred now with all of the flow of information, in all different directions. I have to try to recall if I remember.
So I don't know if we have proof or not. I heard from the FBI and the sheriff's office say that yes, that was sent to a lab in Florida, and then when they got done with it, the FBI actually had it transferred to Quantico. So, but oops, sorry guys.
But what can they, are they going to be able to do anything with it when it reaches Quantico? Will it even be valid at that point?
I heard, and I don't know how true it is. It was some forensics person. Oh, look at the dog. It was some forensics person that said that it went away. It made it harder to analyze.
I can't see.
Yeah, he left me. Sorry.
Oh,
That's so cute. Come back here, you.
Come here. Come on. Come be on camera with us. Say hello.
aw. Oh, how beautiful.
It almost looks like my Rocco's, my little Rocky. Yeah, it's insane. It just, and you don't even know, like, they're not telling us nothing. I don't know if you saw that thing I put on my channel this morning. It's a little video clip of some things that happen in our county. I mean, he told us everything. He told us everything. Nobody has been unalive. Nobody's missing, but they still have the crime scene tape up. Nobody was to go in there and mess with anything. That investigation was still going on. And it was nowhere near as serious as this case that we're following here with Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To see
How many other
difference.
cases they're always putting out, description of the missing person, at least last seen in. If we don't know what exactly she was wearing, well, maybe some possibilities.
And why is that?
Right?
What is the big secret about what she was wearing? They won't even tell us what she was wearing the night before.
This is Nanos's sickening joke. This is, because I can think of silver alerts, elderly going missing, not just where I'm at, but in other states, and they're relentless until they find the person.
Yeah, insane. Hi, Mimi's. Oh my goodness. There, we got company.
Such a
It's the
cutie.
dogs' night. Tuesday night with dogs. Okay.
Right? What are we doing on Mondays? Tuesdays when the dogs come out.
All right.
I also got attacked with kisses.
Aww.
You hear her squealing? She just
So excited.
so excited and just wants love.
That's sweet.
That's first. Woo. They're getting ready to raise hell here.
Yeah, it's just wild how many things just keep coming up that don't make any sense or contradict something we've already been told or are just dismissed. Even I know doesn't really hold a bearing on the case, but we keep talking about the Wi-Fi being out and possibility of jammers and whatnot, and then it's discovered that electric box at the corner of the street is damaged. And again, no, that has nothing to do with it. What would it have hurt to send a CSI over there to fingerprint or swab for some DNA and then rule it out once the evidence comes back, just to say no, that has nothing to do with it. That's just a damaged electrical box.
Yeah, and we know full well, some of us saw it from the streamer's video. So I don't know about y'all, but that's not an electric box that I've seen lately.
Yes,
they really destroyed that thing.
Yeah, and don't you think if someone previous to this was destroying that, then wouldn't there be say a police report where on that day Nancy's like, hey, there's someone out banging on the electrical box doing something horrible. I'd like some police to come to our neighborhood and do something about it. Would it hurt them to at least verify that they say, oh no, it has nothing to do with it because it's a previous call, we knew about it 6 months ago or something? They don't even give us that. Just that has nothing to do with anything.
So weird. To me, that electrical box looked like someone went through almost wire by wire. And there's clusters of wires, so they pulled out some of the clusters as well.
Yeah, it looked mangled for sure. Hi, Moles.
But what did that really do?
I
What's
don't
that?
know that answer. Damaging the electrical box?
I would have to know more about, what was connected to it. Yeah,
Well, I
to
know if the power
me,
goes out here, our
did.
Wi-Fi goes out, right? So,
Right. So to me, it was like they were making sure things were disconnected somewhere.
right, security systems that are also used by
Hmm.
electricity, things like that, that might call a security company automatically. All of
Correct.
that would be electric dependent.
And some of the neighbors did recall or did say, if I recall correctly, that they went back and they couldn't find anything. It was like one said that it was almost like it was erased.
Right. And that's where there became all that talk about the jammers, right? And I was hoping
Mhm.
that we could follow that back in the sense that it was like a time they're driving through the neighborhood and this house goes out, and then like 2 seconds later this house, and then 5 seconds later this house, and another 5 seconds this house, and that maybe we could follow it back until the moment they turned on the jammer and the house camera before that, that we could like, oh, okay, by timestamp this vehicle looks suspicious. But I would just like to be a fly on the wall in the investigators room to know, what are they looking at? What are they thinking?
I agree.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. The footage, I think my first thought when I read the Fox article was, okay, so this means to me that February or January 11th wasn't the date that still photo came from. Because how could you have a photo from 2 weeks ago, a video from the night of January 31st, but nothing in between? That doesn't add up. If the FBI is saying that they didn't get more footage because it took them so long, well, then these videos are, say, if it erases after 3 days or it erases after 5 days, whatever it is with the Nest camera, that these must have come from right at that deadline, that they couldn't get anything else.
Yes.
But monks in that cactus with the droopy cactus video, I mean, definitely then, did they knock over that cactus? Did one of the perps run into it and kind of break the cactus? And that's
Mhm.
why in one picture it looks limp and in another picture it looks straight. I don't know. Because maybe they tipped over that planter or something and the cactus got a little damaged and the video is actually from before, or like I think it was Tim said, the weather and the heat of that day, that the cactus could have been droopy, say at 10 p.m., but by 3 a.m. it would stand up straight because it's recovered from the cooler temperatures and the heat of that day. So I mean, like,
Do
that's
the
also a possibility.
cactuses do that though? Do they do
I,
that
I, I,
quickly, like
I
flower
don't know.
stems?
Yeah, I don't know. Some people were saying aloe did it, and I would for
Okay.
sure agree with that, but I don't know if all cactuses do it.
Yeah, I mean, aloe is definitely a heavier stem.
Right?
Sorry about that. You hear my dog.
Now my earbuds keep falling out of my ears, and I have to keep chasing them across the floor. Sorry.
No,
Too much hair in the way.
I have a lot too.
And it's unruly. Mine,
Yeah,
not yours.
well, mine is too. Yeah, mine's curly like yours, but it's brown.
Nice. So yeah, I find, like, completely off topic, I'll try to straighten my hair and I'll start on one side, and by the time I get to the other side of my hair, then this side of my hair has already gone back to curly, and
Kinks
you try
back
to
up,
curl
yes.
it, right? You try to curl it into ringlets and it kind of goes back to half straight, half curly, and it's,
It does what it wants. Yes.
yes, it has a personality of its own, my hair. Next year, my hair will have a YouTube channel. Just joking.
Funny.
Right when I came back in. Oh my God.
Welcome back, Mystic.
Yeah, there's two of me, so I'm actually outside right now. So
How's the
Oh,
weather?
okay. I didn't notice two of you until just now.
yeah, double trouble. Guys, watch out. Speaking of trouble, what do you guys think of the results of the hearing this morning with Alex?
I think they're being a pain in the, you know what?
How can they do a court order for him to stay away from there? What was the crime?
Well, he did mention on JLR's live today that he has a continuance. He said the 23rd, but I don't know. I could be wrong if someone knows if he said a different date. I want to say that he said the 23rd, or maybe he said the 3rd. So, but I thought he said the 23rd. So I don't know if that means this week or the 23rd of August. But he has,
I saw August.
okay. So there's a continuance for this case. And he said, I don't know what's going to happen. So some had chimed in saying that, I bet they're just going to dismiss it all. But, he just doesn't know.
I mean,
I just don't know how they can stop him, put a court order that he can't go back. That's like a restraining order he was doing. I mean, yeah, people don't like him there, but is that enough to actually have a court order because somebody don't like you being there?
right?
I mean, you actually have to meet the criteria. It would be like, well, I mean, I don't know, but they didn't use the term trespass. Like an owner of a store manager, they could say, hey, I want them trespassed, and they don't have to have a reason.
Right, and there has been no trespassing. There's no restraining order. I mean, can the cactus...
You don't have to trespass to be trespassed. You can just be trespassed from the property if they feel you need to be off the property.
Right, but that wouldn't include the roadway. Like if it was in a Circle K per se, right? Like
absolutely.
You would have to wait outside while your friends went in the store, but they can't tell you not to be on the road.
But can the HOA do that?
That's a good question.
I don't know the answer to that. It's just a question I had in my head.
True.
I mean, my first thought, and I probably shouldn't say, but I think Alex showing up to court without a lawyer is his choice. But judges look at that as very disrespectful to their process, to the court system, to everything, and when you walk in there and think I can defend myself, whether you can or you can't, whether you hire a Better Call Saul lawyer and tell them exactly what to say and do, and you control the process. It doesn't mean because you have a lawyer that they're going to tell you what to do. You still tell your lawyer what to do. I just think that the judge could have done that as just I don't want to use the word retaliation, but you know what I mean, to try to put some fear of the court system into Alex, or possibly just to keep him out of trouble until the next court date. Like, don't go back there so that the sheriffs can't lay new charges on you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I get Alex's side too, because I mean, I'm one that can talk a lot of crap about Nanos when his ego. But I do have an ego, I'm going to admit it. And I would be one of them, like, oh, hell no. I want to talk. Let me say that, and that's your instinct, is to defend yourself.
Absolutely, right? But yeah, in the eyes of the court, you disrespecting their system by not hiring a lawyer.
They very much feel that way. Because they understand that the layperson doesn't really know defense, doesn't really know all of the laws. I mean,
how
that
to
doesn't
use
mean
the
that
law,
someone,
right?
yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean someone couldn't study it or what have
Oh,
you.
absolutely, right?
But
And yeah, you might even like hire a lawyer and then bring them like your proof that you're innocent. Say this, show this. Look, I have a video that I never did this. Here, I want this, and then in my charges it says this, but here's proof I didn't do that. You can, feed all that. Tell your lawyer what to say, what to do, and people don't necessarily think that, right? They're just like, oh, the lawyer's going to tell me this, and I know what and
they're
absolutely.
not
And
going
I'm
to
not,
do anything that you're against. Your
right,
lawyer
exactly.
works for you. So,
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
you can, that's what you have meetings with your attorney for, is to negotiate back and forth. Well, here's the bottom line, an attorney will just tell you. And, you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to.
Yeah,
Um,
they'll bring you, pleas and offers, and you can refuse them. They'll give you advice. I think you should take it, and you can still say no. I do not accept that deal, and they'll go back to the court and say we do not accept. Like they absolutely work for you. But yeah, it's just I think the judge probably took that as offensive that he walked back into court again without a lawyer. And yeah, there's the duty counsel, but the duty counsel works in the court every day with the prosecution. They just want to get through. They've got how many cases on their desk? Probably thousands. And you are just a number to them. They are appearing for you at that moment. They see no long term in your case. It's just that court date.
correct. And what a lot of people don't realize, or maybe they do know, or some may not know this, but officers are in court all of the time, and they will stop into a particular office, the admin office of the judge, and say, hey, did y'all know that they raise money? Hey, I'm just letting you know. I mean, officers talk all the time to the admin and to the judge's assistants, the paralegals. So, word gets through, word gets out, and should not, but it does shape some of the judge's thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right, and we all have the
Correct.
right to defend ourselves. I just think that the judge probably was like offended, just that it's just offensive to the system. I'm not saying I think it's offensive. I feel like
No,
Right.
the judge
yeah,
probably felt that way,
I
no,
feel like it's
in
a
my
little
opinion.
easier. Yeah, they're probably a little harder on him because of that. I agree.
and I absolutely agree. Yeah, I didn't take it that way at all, Brenda.
Beth had a
But
good
you're,
point, though. Maybe it was because he thought it was going to be dismissed by now. Does he have a backup? Does anybody know? Does he have a
I
lawyer in
mean,
mind?
don't know that. But
yeah, I don't know that he's sharing information like that. I feel like he did say he had talked to one before, so and if it was gonna go to, trial, that he was absolutely gonna retain them and do that. But yeah, that's just I think I heard that. I don't know for sure.
Right.
Oh, Mary says yes, he does.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, that's excellent news, Mary.
So hopefully he uses the lawyer now because it doesn't look like it's doing a lot of good him talking for himself. Yeah, a
well, I
lot of money
mean,
was raised for sure.
but yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I thought he said he had an attorney.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I think all of them do actually, but they haven't utilized the attorneys yet. I think when a couple of the charges started getting dropped, I think they all just kind of like waited on that,
Right, thinking, okay, here we go, everything's getting
thinking it'll
dropped. We're
go
good to
away.
go. Yeah. And I mean, that's what we've all been hoping and thinking, right? I was even like on last night's show looking for, come on, let's bring up the docket and see, did they file another application to dismiss? And then when DJ looked at it and was like, no, there's nothing filed, it was like, wah, wah.
Right. So Mary said that he does. He didn't have to bring one today.
Okay.
So that's why the attorney wasn't present today.
Okay.
So that's good to know. Thank you, Mary.
Yes, thank you.
But it's good to know that he has one, hopefully, because I believe they need one. They really do.
Right, just speaking because like I'm a law clerk, so I work for lawyers on a defense side, not the prosecution in a sense, but it's just there's a team, right, that like is there to work for you. And I don't know if that's why I'm just so pro get a lawyer, because I'm like I think like that, but I don't know.
No, I
want him to have
agree.
a lawyer.
I agree with you. It's very important, and especially with everything going on with the Nancy Guthrie case. I just think it's really important.
Exactly.
Dealing with nanos, you never know what that man's going to do.
And I think it goes above nanos too. You know what I mean? I think the whole county, the whole county's legal system. I mean, I don't go into the court streams much, but the few times that I have gone into the court streams, wow, it's like slap on the wrist and everything. But I don't know that it's going to go that way with these guys. But the charges that are remaining, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't.
I don't even know how the charges exist, for one, but
yeah, I definitely feel like the obstruction of a public thoroughfare will be easy to prove that they did not obstruct, any vehicles, any people from passing. Everyone who stopped because they wanted to stop. The boys didn't stop anyone.
yeah. And the thing with that car swerving towards Sleuth, it's just why aren't they looking at those types of things? Okay, so if they knew it happened, like they acted when they came up to him, why didn't they do something about it?
Right. And then Daphne had posted a video, I think yesterday, kind of including what happened to Sleuth. And then going back a few months, there was JLR and some women streamers walking down the street. And she said it looks like that exact same vehicle. That lady had pulled over, got out of her vehicle and started yelling at them to get out of her neighborhood and stop filming her property. And I don't know if that's the same lady, but she definitely does not appreciate streamers.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not think highly of that whole neighborhood at all, because my neighborhood would be out searching.
Exactly. Most neighborhoods would.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, it's more like a cult than it is a HOA or something. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's creepy for sure.
It really is.
Like, why wouldn't you want to search? Why wouldn't you want this grandmother found, this woman that has been living in that community for a very long time? Why? Why?
Yeah, unless the people in the neighborhood know more about the family and the family history and maybe about what's going on, because none of them seem to fear this. They all must think it's targeted or, like crime on them, that it couldn't happen to any other neighbor, like they feel it was absolutely targeted to not be afraid.
Right, and I hear that, but even if it was targeted, if you can target an 84-year-old lady and that's your target and you're not some SK, I just don't understand how you can't think that person is sick enough to do that. They're sick enough to do it again.
Right.
To somebody else.
Especially when they got away with it so far.
Like, okay, she was targeted. You might be the next target.
Well, yeah, for sure. Or a family member.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've heard, things swirling around that Nancy was very opinionated and some didn't like her in the HOA. I don't care. Where is your human decency? You put away dislike for a moment. Would you want this happening to your mother or anyone in your family? I mean, I don't know.
It don't seem logical that anybody could be that cold.
Correct.
But
But
a
they
whole
are.
damn neighborhood?
I know.
Well,
And
what did that article say yesterday? In times like this, it brings them closer together.
closer together without Nancy.
Yeah, right?
As a community or as on a cult?
Because some have said they've known Nancy for a very long time and they really adored her. Aldine was one of them and that said that. And I mean, I don't really see her doing much either.
No, she said that they went out and searched in the first week, and I remember her talking about her son like calling and saying like, "Mom, do you want me to come help? I know those washes. We played in them as kids, you know." And I feel like she said they searched, and the police were kind of even like, "What are you guys doing out here?"
That's crazy.
Right?
But like, okay, so you would think someone like her, though, would speak up against some of these other gross women that are just being evil. Like, like what the heck are you guys doing? They're just, I don't know. There's not one person that can speak up and say, they just want to keep Nancy's name alive. We need to find Nancy. There's not one person that we can hear that speaks louder than the rest and admonishes some of this disgusting behavior in that neighborhood. I mean, not one person.
Yeah, and Nancy's lived there for over 50 years. Like, that's the saddest, to be in your neighborhood for 50 years and still this is the response you get.
Yeah,
It's
and
heartbreaking.
it is. And I'm still very puzzled about her friends that she would attend church with online.
Me too.
I just can't, I just don't get that at all. I mean, my mind I just don't get it.
Is it true? I mean, did they really contact
We don't know.
A&T? Or did A&T just say that?
We don't know. I mean,
I mean, in
very
Kalela's paperwork, it does say so, and I think if it was put in a court document, that they would rely on that as fact. But yeah, how do you prove that? Like, other than I guess the church lady's phone records or A&T's phone, since they did bring in the whatever that team is called.
I mean, if Nanos is involved, he can say anything and put anything in the report.
correct. And it would remain as factual information
Exactly.
in the documents unless, perjury was found later on. So I don't know. I don't know.
I just think it's odd in a world like this that the Uber driver hasn't come forward. We've not heard a word. The neighbors, the way they're acting, the two friends, where are they? It just, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe anything anymore.
I know it's just weird. And even recent cases that we've seen that have come up recently, um, in most cases that I have followed, there's always that one family member or that one friend that comes up and speaks out and says, "Hey, there was DV here, or there was, you know what I mean? There was something." And you just have no one, it seems, that's backing Nancy.
The white noise is going further than just nanos. It's everybody. Got to be a reason. And what do you guys think about the JLR, his wackadoodle post today about the crazy lady that said that the SWAT was in gear at Nano's house?
Wait,
guys-
what?
So it was some lady that like she was off the chain. She was really strange.
Okay,
She
yeah,
was
I've heard
saying that
before.
you're in the wrong place. You need to go to Nanos' house because SWAT had been there the night before. Is she crazy or does she know something?
I don't.
Maybe she's all there and she let something out. I don't know why. Why would SWAT be at his house? Nothing came of it if it was true, but
I wonder if we could find that in Broadcastify, or when they went quiet on the scanner, did all of the old calls go away? They can't.
it should still be in archives.
I mean, you could. Yeah, they should still be in archives and Broadcastify. That's
Right.
interesting.
And you have
It-
that too. You can go back and listen to the archives.
Yeah,
Okay. I think we should both do that.
yeah. That's
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested in hearing those.
yes.
I know Daphne goes through them with a fine tooth comb sometimes, but with that, with JLR posting
And
that,
we need a Dame too.
yeah.
I mean,
Those
there's
ladies, shout out to them.
so much information going everywhere in this case that sometimes you just may not think to look at a specific thing until you hear it come up in a live, or it's just hard to think of absolutely everything.
And that's like when you got it, like JLR, some wackadoodle coming by yelling at me that I'm in the wrong place. Of course, you're going to brush a person like that off. Well, it's people like that in children that people ignore, and maybe we need to pay attention to these crazy claims that this wackadoodle makes. You know what I mean? Because who knows?
Right. At least check it out,
Who knows?
and
Yeah.
then check it out. And if there's no validity, then there's no validity to the claim. But, you don't know unless you check into it. I wouldn't dismiss anything until I checked it out first.
Exactly, and that's what the sheriff should be doing too. But
Right?
he
Because
just
what would
misses
it,
it before you even have a chance to check it out.
you know, like it should be like the DNA. At least take some swabs, look into it, take some reports. Because even if you think it's nothing, you should still have that report in case later on somebody else comes forward with information that, wait a minute, this person way back said something like that, and then you can match them and tie them and validate it somehow.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about? I hope it's okay to bring him up here. James
Oh, the feather, James Feather.
the Feather. Yeah. So TC mentioned something. She's almost sure that he knew something.
You guys got to
he
fill me
came
in on this guy because I don't know anything. I've seen the name, I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about him. Who is he?
James Feather, he's
Yeah.
the guy that showed up early on. He came 2 or 3 times, but his dad would drive him there and park down the road. And he's the guy, I think there's a few songs about him on Fat Redial, but he came up talking about the lawyer Walter Nash and how Nanos is corrupt and ties to the cartel, and they're all in bed with the cartel. He was blaming that way. He was saying, but he was the one that was looking for Brian Guthrie, which I think then kind of gave him no credit at all in the beginning, because everybody's like, there's no such person as Brian Guthrie, is there? And I'm sure he meant Brian Enton, maybe. I don't know that though.
Right. I don't think many of us, we just didn't know what he meant by that. There is a Brian Guthrie.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's a couple of prominent Brian Guthries, but I still was confused.
Right.
He he was inebriated. So
Yes.
did he, like you said, Brenda, did he mean Brian Enton? But there are, if you look it up, there's a couple of Brian Guthries.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then he'd come back once or twice more and stop by to talk to the streamers. I don't think that he said anything. I think the first time he showed up was when he really like spilled the beans the most, and I think that was probably when he was inebriated the most. So like less fear of what you're saying. You'll just say whatever you want to say in that sense. So more truth probably came out in that statement than his other ones, but
Oh, is he the guy that had the hair that kept like blowing over in the wind, almost looked like
yes,
a toupee? That guy,
yes.
James Feather?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, and then the previous visits that he had made, his 80-something-year-old father drove him. He didn't drive because the first time he was drinking and driving.
Right. So like you got to think why you're at your house and you're like, Dad, I need to go here. Or were they on the way back from somewhere? Let's swing by Nancy Guthrie's house. His father had to believe in what he was saying, right? So he's either on the same level and like they're both a little off, or the father absolutely believed in what his son was saying and felt in his heart that it needed to be said.
see this just that's the point I was trying to make earlier about believing these wackadoodles. I didn't know that was James Feather. I heard the name, but I never just put it with that video. I've never put it with that. I didn't know that was him. Yeah, who
Yeah,
knows? I
that's
just
Mr.
thought he was
James
some
Feather.
drunk crazy guy.
He comes up on my Facebook now, actually, as people I might know, I guess because I've typed his name so much in chats on my phone.
Goodness.
Yeah, he comes up. I've never clicked on it, but yeah, it says he's in Texas now.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of Facebook and friends, Brenda, you want to break that news to chat?
Oh, well, if you guys haven't seen, Nick put up a post and it came up on my feed and it was like, look who accepted my friend request. And so I'm like, I want to know who accepted Nick's friend request. And I clicked on it. It is Sheriff Nanos. Nick is Facebook friends with Sheriff Nanos and
I
he
saw
never
that.
told us. Did you see that? Right?
I
I was
did
like,
see that, and then I
why
saw
did he
someone
not come on
ask,
one of our lives?
are we sure that that is truly Sheriff Nana?
I
So,
mean, I've seen Sheriff Nanos has a Facebook profile. Other people have talked about that he's friends on there with Walter Nash, that lawyer that James was talking about. So
mhm.
I mean, it's it puts more validity to what James said for sure.
Yeah, we thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call out Nick right now because we were live Monday night with mods when that little piece of news come out.
Yeah, I didn't
And
see it until after we were off the live, and I was like, why did Nick
it would have
not
been
tell us
great
that?
if he would have called
That's
in and
late
told us that.
breaking news, right?
Yeah.
Nick,
Same here. I saw it after the fact.
shout out to Nick.
Come on, Nick, get it together. Yeah,
Yes, tell us all
that
your
was
Facebook
good.
friends.
If it's officially him, if it's really,
Right, I'm sure you
the
can click
sheriff.
on it and see. But yeah, could you imagine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no
would be
thank you. He'd be on block so fast.
right.
Do you accept his friend request? No.
Do not want your energy in my Facebook page.
But it's funny, like, do you realize that, if it really is him, does he realize that, he is a streamer? Like,
Yeah.
Right?
why
Like,
would he accept it? But
He,
I don't know.
I'm sure he knows, I'm sure.
He knows he's got a lot of haters out there. I don't know how he'd accept anybody's friend request,
I know, right?
But
especially as a sheriff, you'd think like their profile wouldn't be like public or like that,
I don't know where our sheriff here is.
Oh yeah, okay.
But it's like you friend the sheriff's department.
Yeah,
just
not
our
his
sheriff.
personal page. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have personal. They keep that. As a matter of fact, if you're deputized or you're in that position at all as a sheriff, you have to keep your personal out of it.
Right. Like, our sheriff is Sheriff Alan Nunez. He has the sheriff department. They also took over animal services here. So you have the sheriff's department page for that, the sheriff's department page for, the sheriff's department. And then you have Sheriff Al Nunez, the sheriff, has a page. Now you can friend request him, but you can't friend request. There is no personal
Right.
profile
It's a
for him.
public, like a position page that, yeah.
Right. He
Right.
has and maybe that's what Nanos. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an actual page, not a profile.
But maybe Nick needs to. Hey, I mean, if it's a real deal, maybe Nick needs to try to get an interview with him. Maybe go Facebook
Oh,
Live or something.
amazing. That would be amazing. Nick. Where are you, Nick?
Hint, hint. Nick don't even know we're taking over his channel right now. I saw him in
Oh, I
Discord
did.
earlier.
Yeah, I sent him a message and told him we're taking over his channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure he
I
don't
didn't
care.
want him to be surprised. It was just basically, we're taking over your channel again. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, he don't care.
Timothy says fake account for sure.
I'm sure. I mean, and if it's not, then.
And Disney girl.
And sometimes sheriffs have they don't even run it themselves. They don't even control. They don't have control. I don't know who does that. I don't know if it's the PEOI that does it or am I saying that wrong? PIO? It's PIO.
Yeah.
I think IO, yeah.
Yeah, the pages, they don't run them directly. Not typically. But, we are talking about
But
Nanos here.
Yeah, Mr. Ego, I doubt he'd have anybody running his stuff for him, but I gotta look into that. That's just so funny.
I'm taking some screenshots. I'm going to send them to my email, and then we can bring up about Chris Nanos' Facebook page. And it absolutely says we have one friend in common, and that is Nick.
That's insane.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that could be interesting. Like, I wonder if Nick's gonna send me chats or.
Well, if you're friends, you could see all the activity that goes on and whatever you post,
Right.
or whoever, knucklehead is out there pretending to be Nanos on the Facebook can know what's going on. I wouldn't. No way. Nope.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I know that, so far he hasn't been interviewed by nobody. What's the only interview he's actually had where the public can actually ask him questions was outside Nancy's the night of the 1st, I believe. Since then, it's just been hush hush. He picks and chooses, and I'm sure that it's rehearsed.
Oh, 100%.
He's definitely hiding something. So let's see, what have we covered? We covered the FBI stuff, which I find very interesting. What was on the footage? Was the footage from the cameras outside? Was it from the camera inside? I think we had 3 cameras outside of her house. One on the side, one by the guest house, and then the Nest cam out front, which they do have a new one up.
Well, I definitely think whatever we haven't seen would expose the truth. Or at least quite a bit of it.
And the new footage is missing. I don't know. Footage is important. It just makes me wonder if they could bring it up. The sheriff's office could bring it up. Is there a way that the FBI can get it, or maybe they're working on getting it back?
I don't know. I mean, we just don't know what the FBI is doing behind the scenes, but, watching that with Kash Patel, watching his interview with Sean Hannity, he seems so frustrated, like angry. It's like, if you lose something, you can't get it back type thing.
Right. But one
So
thing that tells us is the FBI is still working on this.
they are. They have not come forward to say that they have ended the investigation at all. And I don't think they're going to stop. But there
No,
were
I
just
think that they just said that they're waiting kind of on the DNA.
Yeah, and they've got to be looking into nanos as well. They have
Right.
to be.
Why
Why did footage
in the share
disappear?
thing?
I would agree with that 100%.
I mean, the frustration towards the sheriff's office, and now with missing footage, they got to be looking into it. I really hope the day comes that we see him go down. I'm not wishing anything bad, but I mean, he needs to go. That type of thing. Really want to see him go.
He does need to go. He's dangerous.
Yeah, very reckless.
So, guys, we were on last night, and I told you that I got that thing, that alert that there was a missing lady from Walmart. Around 9:30 this morning, they put out an alert that she was still missing. She was last seen in the parking lot of Walmart.
In Las Vegas?
No, and over by Nancy's neighborhood, I guess a Walmart in that area.
Okay, because I got an alert today that there was a woman missing out of Las Vegas.
Really?
No, wait. Never mind. I'm sorry. Wrong information. That was a shooting.
But yeah, it's scary. There's too many things going on with elderly coming up missing. I know a lot of them walk away, but I don't think that's the case with all of them.
Right. So okay, let me go back to what you just said. So she's still currently missing as of right now?
As of 9 o'clock this morning, she was. So that it had been 12 hours? And I don't know. I want to look into that tonight a little bit. I want to see, was she last seen in the parking lot on foot? Is her car missing too?
Right. Detail.
So I want to find out about that, but that was close to Nancy's house. I think that was, I can't remember the road that was. Facebook is at your kitchen table. Oh my God. I'm going to see if I got that on here still. God, I hope I don't boot us. Ugh. So
Did you-
gunshots rang out at the courthouse after Alex's court date today, too. I got that alert.
Wow.
And then shout out to Sarah, who had sent me a thing that said that there was a fire at the Tucson Mall today too. That incendiary device, something like a slow fuse or something. That someone put a device in Dillard's at the mall and started a fire.
Oh my goodness.
Right in the children's department. I do have Nanos's Facebook page loaded up, Mystic, if whenever you have a moment, if you want to share that.
Mystic, did you recall hearing the age of the woman or any details at all? Hello?
I hear you. I don't know. We must have
Oh.
lost.
Oh, I think she's looking for something.
Heavy sleuth mode. Deep into research. Beth, yes, that guy with the potted plants, stealing the potted cactus, and he was wearing a mask. Like, what nerve of someone to go into this neighborhood and wear a mask if you have nothing to do with this case? I would not be wearing a mask anywhere near Pima County right now.
I booted myself.
Oh, whoops.
Oh no.
Well,
I'll be
I don't.
right
But you're
back.
back.
I don't know if you guys could hear it or not, but I was playing it, and they were bleeping out her name, her age,
Oh wow.
but
Yeah,
she
no,
was
we could not
driving.
hear.
Okay, she was driving a silver Hyundai Elantra, and that's also missing. So, yeah, I don't know why that blurred out her. They retracted her age and her name for some reason.
Just another cover up.
Yeah, that's odd because that was the police scanner.
You know,
Very
like,
odd.
yeah, what are we supposed to take from that? Like, you have a missing woman. Don't you want us to find her? Just, no? Just any woman?
Yeah, I just think it's odd that now they're gonna start. That's weird. I've never heard them do that on a police scanner.
I have seen that before, but not a lot. I mean, usually when someone's missing.
And do you know what they blurted out with?
What's that?
The sound of white noise.
What?
It was just that shh.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
I wish
crazy.
you were joking right now. I wish you
I
were
know,
joking.
right?
White noise. I was laughing and I was muted and I'm just shocked.
Like you laugh, but it's not funny.
Right.
It's like you
No,
laugh out of complete
it's a
disbelief.
nervous laugh, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
like just I don't know what else to do, so I have a nervous laugh.
Yeah, it's like almost ridiculous. Like what? Ugh,
And it really was. It was just like this static of white noise. It was insane. I can't believe it.
that is crazy.
Okay, yeah, that's him. Look at that face. My God.
Right? And this photo we're looking at here was put up January 8th. So I mean if it is a fake account, it's fake from before Nancy, but it seems pretty legit. And this is the one that Nick is friends with.
Hmm. Yes, Paige, Twilight Zone again.
Crazy, right? But there's our boss, Nick, right there. It says friends with.
Why aren't
Huh,
the trolls going there? What? All the trolls need to go there.
right.
And go into Miss Nikki's chat.
I thought
See that?
Nikki was coming up. She's not coming up.
She was live
Oh,
on her
okay.
channel.
I was hoping she'd pop in though and live stream from together. She was coming in the chat last night, I heard, and I did not see her backstage, and I feel so bad.
I do believe, my opinion is that the FBI is looking into nanos, but it's just going to be, one day we're going to wake up and we're going to see it, what they found. They're not going to let anyone know ahead of time, I don't think. Of course not.
Right? Yeah, it would have to be under wraps because he does have friends. Like, he
Like,
didn't make it this far alone in a sense, right? He's got
no.
a
And
team of.
you're absolutely right. And the FBI could investigate someone for quite a long time and you would never know it. You just wouldn't know it. You would not know if the FBI is investigating you. It's not until they have
Right
what
there
they
at your
need.
door, or yeah.
Yeah.
I think Alex has gone into detail kind of explaining that to us before, because he said way back when he was a rapper, and they had an album or a song, I can't exactly remember, but it was Al Qaeda or something like that was their song, and it was probably around maybe 9/11. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but like sometime when that just having that song name or title of an album would have got them, and they showed up at his house.
Wow.
But again, not until, right, do they have their full case, did they show up at the door.
Yeah, I mean, they just take, they get everything that they need first. And you would just not even know it. You would think that, they drive around and they have their ways. So, yep.
Yeah, I do believe they're working on something. I really do.
Yeah,
Have to
and I'm
have
tending
people
to believe also that the Facebook page is real, because like the picture we're staring at is from like 2024 in June, him and his wife on vacation or something, right? Like, it appears to be a real Facebook page. In 2021.
Who would marry him? I'm sorry. And she looks so sweet too.
Yeah, back to 2020. It definitely seems like it's a cow with a heart bum.
Look at
I
that
guess we're
little
done with
doggy butt.
Right? So cute.
That's funny.
Right? I guess we're done with this Facebook page, though. Ends on a good note. Cow's bottom.
Right, there you go. Is it a cow?
Yeah, I think
I
it's a
got
little
my
cow.
glasses on and still can't see. Now it looks like a goat. Oh my
I think
god.
it's a little cow.
Oh my goodness.
A little cutie.
I don't know. Goat, cow, dog. It's cute.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got a heart on you guys. A heart right on its booty.
Then my dogs are getting jealous.
Yeah, right?
That is so true. Beth just or Beth has a comment. He's the only one from the original FBI sting that came out unscathed, and that is true.
Yeah,
Nano. And that's what we were talking about last night, with the investigation and, an unaliving and that's what the interview room had talked about the other night. And, we were mentioning last night, is it really though an unaliving? I mean, I don't, if people are asking that, is it really though, then, we know what's up. We know what's up.
Right. So Timothy, I think, let's see, it was the Walmart. It was 9.2 miles away from Nancy's house. The Walmart was on West Cortero Farms Road.
Okay, that is the closest one to our house, I believe.
And that's where she was reported missing from 22 hours ago. I'm going to see if I can play the audio for you guys from my phone. Let's see if I can do that. Hopefully,
Awesome.
and you'll hear that white noise.
Did,
If I have my volume up, let's see. Did you guys hear that white noise?
yeah, they're
Absolutely
blocking it
did.
out. They're blocking it out. It's trunked.
And it even says when during that white noise, it says name withheld, number withheld. Blonde hair, last wearing a light green, and then they withheld it. Driving a silver 2014 Hyundai Elantra. Something about stating Jane has been calling some various businesses.
Hmm?
But they withheld a lot. They withheld police numbers, officer numbers. You know how when they call in, they'll say they'll put in their numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and they withheld those.
Wow. Just wow.
They're withholding
that's
the officers
censorship.
that are the people the officers responding. Their information is being withheld. That's odd.
I could understand. You can wrap your head around like why they might like retract a person's name off of there or something, privacy issues, yada yada, even though they don't do it for the majority of the calls. But then to take off, the police ID numbers, that's just weird.
Yeah, that's very strange. I mean, if they hadn't contacted or been in contact with family members yet, I could see why the name would be withheld at that point. I don't know. And you haven't received any updates if she was found or located?
No, I haven't. The original call come in around this time last night. Let me go back. So it looks like 12:42 a.m. was this one. There was another one from 9 o'clock this morning on the same thing.
And that's your 12:42 a.m., right?
I'm guessing. I mean, I'm on her address, but it seems like
Because it's coming in on your phone, that it might be your o'clock. Because it just be
right.
like midnight is a long time to wait to see if your mom came home from Walmart. Here, Walmart's closed at 10, I think. Is that the same everywhere?
Yeah,
Here they close at 11.
At 11? Okay, so yeah. I mean, I guess if you're far away and you're like, well, Walmart closed at 11, so I mean, they'd have to kick her out, and you waited home for so long, and then maybe like call in. But yeah, I wonder if it's 12:42 your time, which could make it 9:42 Tucson time.
Mm-hmm.
What is a water geyser?
Oh, that's when the water's shooting up like.
So that was
Like
1
a
mile
geyser.
from her house.
Like a water
Yeah.
main or something.
Yeah, the cap sort of pops off, or
This is a very interesting one. Person removed from a location.
Yeah, that's a strange way to word that.
Right?
Not a
Person
trespass.
removed from location. And that was near East Cala Mariposa. That was just a little over a half a mile from Nancy's.
Hmm.
Person removed from a location. That's weird.
Right? Because yeah, that's not even like, say, if you, I mean, I don't think that it was over the scanner to even look like to say anytime they came from the streamers, but I don't think like that wording was even used in a situation like that. Person removed from a location.
See, 6 hours ago, we had suspicious persons claiming to be home security
Oh my gosh.
messing around somebody's house that was 2 miles from her house. A lot
That's
goes on in the
terrifying.
Catalina foothills. Yeah.
Right? And you wonder, is that more now since all the attention is, or has this been the way?
Exactly.
Mhm. I mean, it probably has for quite some time. But for those of us that have listened to the scanner over a period of time from the beginning of this case, or maybe even prior to, it has gotten worse in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they put up a giant neon sign that'd be like, crime here, crime here.
So yeah, the
But
report come out 22 hours ago, and then they posted it again 14 hours ago. The same woman still looking for her.
I wonder if we could find, well, we'd probably hear the same thing with the white noise, wouldn't we, if we found it on Broadcastify?
I don't know. I'm gonna play this one and see if the original call, or the original call was the one I just played. This is from 9 o'clock this morning, so I'm gonna see if they blurred anything out on this. Person 82808280 North Portugal Road at the Walmart. Traffic associated Morgan, keeping on the side, female, 84 years old, blonde hair, left wearing white over green. We got seen at 19:08 hours at the Walmart pharmacy driving a silver Jeep 18 high, Elantra, Aero 1028 Echo Alpha 0. They blurred something out, but did you hear her age, guys?
Yeah, I heard I did not catch the age. I was wondering, did you hear it?
He said 84.
I was wondering if they said 44 or 84.
Yeah, we'll play that one more time.
Okay.
Person 82808280 North Portugal Road at the Walmart. Traffic associated Morgan, keeping on the side, female, 84 years old, blonde hair, left wearing white over green. We got seen at 19:08 hours at the Walmart pharmacy driving a silver Jeep 18 high, Elantra, Aero 1028 Echo Alpha 0. 84.
84.
What's up with that?
That is crazy.
So I just tried to Google missing woman Walmart, Arizona, and it came up 2 women, not this woman we're talking about now, but 2 women being the first one. 2 prominent missing women cases in Arizona have been linked to Walmart during the investigations. Number 1, Nancy Guthrie. And then number 2, Marissa Hoffman out of Lake Havasu City in Arizona. I don't know how far away that is. But yeah, she went missing from the Walmart, and then they found her unalived 100 yards behind the Walmart.
Jesus.
But nothing about this new woman.
Yeah, I saw in chat where Beth and Timothy were trying to look it up and they could not. They were being bounced back to 2022. So,
Although the second woman was July 10th in Havasu City.
of this year?
July 10th. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it said, July 10th of this year. But she was 33, I think it said.
Okay. 84 years old, blonde hair. This is crazy, you guys. This is crazy.
It's, and the other lady named Nancy a while back that come up missing a few months ago, she was 84.
Mhm.
Are they trying,
Right.
are they looking for an 84-year-old that they have to get rid of? And so they're just going to take them all?
Ugh.
I mean, I hate to say that, but it just.
Well, I mean, no, it's
This case is so far-fetched that it's possible.
I mean,
The confusion that's going on in my head right now is just unbelievable.
well, I think the SWAT calls in more towards the beginning were just a distraction. I have thought, that Nanos was trying to find someone to fit to be the perp.
Yeah. I don't know. I got the Walmart. I got the street name up. I pinned that to the panel. If anybody wants to look for it again, I
Okay.
think in that first call they said her name was Jane.
I think
She,
so too. Yes, I heard that.
I think it was a 2014 or 15 Hyundai Elantra
Silver, right?
silver.
Yeah, I think so. And did they say Jane Doe or did they say
They just said Jane, so I don't know if that's her real name or. I mean, they're. It's funny that they're just taking all this stuff out. I can't wait to actually get off stream and go and listen to Broadcastify and see if it's actually whited out there as well, because that's
Okay.
very odd.
So where did you play this one from?
So this is from an app, Crime.
Crime Radar.
What is it called? Yeah, it's Crime Radar.
And it had
So I
two
have-
recordings.
Yeah, one from 22 hours ago, and then another one from 9 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Tim said that's the same Walmart with a homeless encampment behind it.
Mm.
Why the 84-year-old women, though? So many. I do remember that. Miss Sleuth was there. At that encampment. It's just odd that it's not odd that elderly people come up missing because they do walk away. It's dementia and Alzheimer's are a real thing, and so it's not an odd thing to happen. But in that area, so many, it's all women, and why does it seem like they're all around 84 years old?
Right. And you'd think if someone is in sound mind enough to go to Walmart alone driving their car, and people know that they were going to Walmart to be last seen at Walmart, whoever reported her missing, that they would not just like instantly be like confused. Like I know it does like come on fast sometimes, but not usually like during your Walmart trip. If she was set out to Walmart on her own, obviously she was of sound mind enough that her family believed that was a fine thing for her to do, and not that someone drove her to Walmart or
Yeah. I know I live, where I live. Well, when I moved here, like 20 something years ago, it used to be considered like the city for old people. It was just, it's all it was. It was the elderly. This is where everybody came to retire, and there was missing people. We had the scanner then. That was before it was encrypted, and it was nonstop. But the ages were never like that. They were, 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90, it just, but it's odd that there's so many 84s. Like, how odd is that?
Very odd.
yeah, right. Like I think if we all like looked in our own towns, I can't imagine there's a surge of 84-year-olds going missing everywhere.
It's just very strange, and I hate to even say it out loud because to me, I sound paranoid. It makes me sound like really out there, but I've never heard of so many 84-year-old females in one area. It's odd. It's just odd.
Do we know if there's a silver alert for
It's
her?
called Safe Alert there. They actually done away with the silver alert and changed the name. Maybe somebody was offended, but they changed the name to Safe Alert. So I don't know if there is a safe alert on her or not. It doesn't say. I don't know why there wouldn't be. It's an elderly female in danger.
Yeah, it's just scary.
Yeah, it is. And you know, I don't know. I don't Of course we don't know if it's dementia or not, but at this point in Tucson, I don't. I what's happening with the women at this age? What are they seeking them out for?
I know.
So is she missing with her vehicle? Did you understand it to be that way? Because I'd have to listen to it again.
That's kind of how I took that. Last seen wearing and driving. So I'm guessing her car is missing too.
Okay.
So I guess she was last seen at Walmart. That's what she was driving, and they're both. That's how I'm taking it. It didn't specify that she was seen last driving in a certain direction, but last
Right.
seen wearing and driving. So, yeah. I don't know. The ages has got my attention.
Yes, mine too.
It really has my attention, and it's concerning. I'm curious what her name is, though. I don't know if that's Jane or if they just used that name to hide her real name. But is it dementia, Tim? Like, is it? It'd be odd for only the 84-year-olds to get dementia and go out missing.
Right.
You guys remember the one lady that was in the wash and they couldn't find her? And she's actually on the phone telling them where she is. And
Oh
they
my
still couldn't
God.
find her. It was on the scanner one night.
I do remember that. They went to the wrong place because she was giving her old address, but she was trapped at her like her new address. But because of the dementia, she was saying her old address, and it was a whole thing. But they finally figured out where she was, and I think it was in a different area. They had to send like Tucson PD or something.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like, she was describing her location. She's like, it's all dirt. I'm in an empty lot. There's this near me or whatever. And they still couldn't find her. So they're pinging her phone. They still couldn't find her. And oh my God, that poor lady. Oh, my heart was breaking for her.
Yeah. That.
Right? Like, I'm here. Why can't you find me?
Yeah. Man, that I just got goosebumps all over again because that call really had me. Like I wanted to go get her, I wanted to go find her. Like, what is she?
Yeah. Some of these calls are heavy.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's odd. I don't think all of them are. I don't think that's the case in all of these calls. There's just too many 84-year-olds. And yeah, if her car's missing too, it doesn't mean necessarily that she drove it away. Everything's suspicious, and it's I blame that on Nanos. He's making me paranoid.
Yep. Well, when you can't trust the sheriff, it feels like you can't trust much. So what is
Right?
going on?
Yeah, I mean that it's left to our imagination to figure it out. So
Yes, we're sitting here putting our brains together to figure out what may have happened to this woman. I mean, this is insane.
yeah.
Insane in the membrane. Do y'all remember that song?
Insane in the membrane, absolutely. Absolutely.
You need to put that in one of your lives that you do here, as a trailer or as a intro.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that sums up this case very well.
It does.
It does. It does. It does.
So yeah, it was some good information tonight. And,
Yeah,
you
thank
know,
you everyone for joining us and prompting us to have another live on Tuesday. It was definitely fun.
Yes. Thank you for having me up again too.
it was.
Of
Yeah,
course,
you're
Heidi.
awesome, Heidi. Awesome.
Aw, you guys are too. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Lots of fun. And hey, if we uncover something else, maybe we'll do what the hell Wednesday and just hop on again. Why not?
Right?
But yeah, lots of fun. Everyone, thanks for joining in. And Hiders, Brenda, we will talk behind the scenes. Hopefully, we find something. I'm definitely hopping on Broadcastify and going to those archives.
Yeah, I am too. And I'm also going to search. You remember that video last night that you and I talked about? I want to search for that.
Yes.
Maybe we should can we let chat know? Maybe they can help us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we're trying to find, I know it's out there. I just have to locate it again. The video where Nanos backtracks, he says he was there Saturday night at Nancy Guthrie's. And he sort of backtracks, and everyone caught that. Maybe
I
some
think
oh,
I
go ahead.
think it might be able to be found on JLR's stream. If we go back to the very beginning, before JLR was actually in town, he was restreaming lots of stuff, and he was on like 12 hours a day from home, and he was playing all these things. So I think even if that video has been removed somewhere, we might be able to find it on a streamer.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll look some more tonight, but it never hurts to, see if others can find it too.
Right. And yeah, Tim, I can guarantee you that video's scrubbed. I think the only way we will find it is on the streamer's channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that, yeah, if anybody remembers maybe which streamers they were watching way back then that would have played it. But I think there were a few streamers that were playing different things. And then again, like at some point when we were going over all the timelines and the beginning, maybe like a month in or something too, people probably also covered it. But I'll check JLR's in that first week because he might have it.
Thank you so much.
Paige's comment. Oh, if I don't, I feel that comment. I'm not even kidding. Great.
Right? I think I'm going to catch up on TV shows, like a regular TV show. And then like 3 streamers are coming on and be like, nope, those can just stay in the PVR.
Right?
Yeah. So
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
great stream tonight. Thanks for joining in, everybody. And yeah, we're gonna get to work. We'll bring some more stuff.
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
great being
everybody.
here tonight. And thank you all in chat. It was great to see you tonight. Brenda and Mystic, of course. Great to see you too.
Insiders, it was amazing to have you again too. Anytime.
Thank you so much. Yes. I mean, it's amazing, just putting your brains together, your thoughts together, it's been great. I just really have enjoyed this yesterday and today. And your deep dives, I love them, Brenda.
Thanks.
She's
I get
good.
stuck in some rabbit holes.
Yes, yes, I love it. I absolutely love it. And thank you again for finding that date. I mean, could any of us have guessed that it was going to be on that day? No. I mean, that
I
is
would have
crazy.
never guessed February 1st. I was thinking, oh, could it have been like a few years ago since Nanos took over as sheriff, since he was reelected? No, February 1st, 2026.
And I think Mystic, I mean, y'all heard it here. I mean, yesterday we brought it up. We were wondering and curious to know when that policy was changed. None of us, we didn't know what to expect. And Brenda dove into that hole and found the info. So you heard it here first. I mean, that is crazy.
Odd coincidence.
Yes.
Okay. Another one. Yeah,
Just
Brenda always comes through, boy. She dives deep, and you want something, you want to find out something, she's on it. She's great.
That is amazing. I love that.
Thanks, guys. You're making me blush a little, but thank you.
Oh no, wear that
I'm
with
not
our
on camera. It's fine.
put that badge on.
Right?
You deserve it. Yeah, you do. Wow, great work.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. We wouldn't be able to take over next channel because we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
Aw.
Yeah, she gets the info.
You guys have lots to talk about. Do not discredit that. We all are great together. I think that's what's best about like these streams is we all come together and bounce ideas off each other, and with the chatters, and people can come up and like either be like, oh, I know something about that, and like lead us in different directions or confirm or deny these things. And I think together the community can really do something good.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
so the
agree
chat
because there's
helps
an
out.
openness. Oh, sorry.
I was saying the chat really helps us out. They give us some good
Yeah.
stuff.
Absolutely. So great stuff tonight. I hope you ladies have a good rest of your night. I'm going to do a little sleuthing and I'll reach out to you if I find anything.
Yes,
Absolutely.
there you go.
Yeah. Everybody have a great night.
All right, you
Good
too.
night,
You guys
everyone.
later. Bye.
Bye.